Sponsored by the Niwot High School Education Foundation. My name is Don Snifflin, and most of you have already met me and seen my face a ton, and so it's with pleasure I get to have you look at someone else for one of these seminars. This is Alan O'Hashy. He's a filmmaker here in Boulder with Boulder Community Media. Alan has done countless short films, and have you done a feature film?
I have done a feature film.
And feature films, and he's also launched and ran the Cheyenne International Film Festival for many years, and he's one of the most energetic, prolific guys I know in the area. And if you ask me to describe Alan in filmmaking, he just gets it done. And that's, I think, hopefully a message you guys come away with is that they'll get it done, because our own worst enemy as creative people is that we stop ourselves, and you can't let that happen. Just forge ahead, forge ahead. So Alan's got a presentation and some handouts and a little project we'll do at the end. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Alan O'Hashy.
Alan, you'll have to tell me if you want the lights on or off.
Yeah, I think, there's a set of 3 lights there, and there's 2 tripods in the back. And the idea was I was going to kind of demonstrate which one lighting.
Okay.
And so you could maybe set that up someplace and we can turn on the lights when we get down to it.
Sure.
So yes, my name's Alan O'Hashy, and I've worked with Don on countless occasions. And in fact, Don was real in the very first screenwriting class that I ever took at a place called Lighthouse Writers in Denver. And turns out we sort of knew each other in a past life. He's from Lander, Wyoming, and I worked in Lander, Wyoming for a number of years, and actually I'm pretty good friends with his older brother and his older sister. And so it was, God, you sure look familiar. Remember when we were sitting there at Berkman's bar that time, and we were trying to figure it out. Sure enough, he was a sniffing. Let's see here. Let's see if my little cue thing is going to work. All right. Let's... Nope, not anymore. All right, so my organization is called Boulder Community Media. We're a nonprofit organization. We make movies. We also do a lot of community-based stuff like trainings like this and workshops. And we also provide opportunities for you if you want to go out and actually try to make movies or be involved with it. We put news teams together. This is a CU student. Interviewing Oliver Stone on red carpet at the film festival that's coming up in March. We work with CU, Front Range Community College students, Niwot High School students. Last year, one of our best editors was a student, one of your colleagues. And whatever happened to that guy? Can't remember his name.
Is that
Niels?
Niels.
That's her son.
Oh, okay, Niels. Niels is helped out every day and is a really fast editor and got some stuff made and pushed out, and I don't know if it's on his resume, but I hope it is.
Don't know either.
But we really are always looking for fast editors, people who have a good eye for the camera. We also, as Don mentioned, we do event production. I'm getting too old for this, you see. Events are for young people. And so I've pared down my events to what I call the Whistle Stop Film Festival. So we don't have actually any physical locations, but if people have movies, for instance, we will package them up and send them off to places that don't have movies. I do a lot of work up in Wyoming, and there are a lot of places that don't have movie theaters, barely have cable television, and so we put packages of movies together and send them up to libraries and such, and they can show movies that are independent movies to their community. I do have some handouts. Actually, these are kind of dated handouts because I've done this activity in a variety of places. But the content is there, and although that's made up for Wyoming. Okay, so just to kind of we'll do some recap here, we're going to be, from what I understand, you've already done kind of some screenwriting and some storytelling. That's a lot of the pre-production stuff, and we'll be talking a little bit about locations and casting and some of the implementation parts of pre-production, and then talk about production and how you can. Some examples on how to put your stories onto film or onto your digital cameras.
Oh, do you have one more handout?
Yeah, there's one should be.
Oh, you got one there? Okay, thank you.
It's always something. All right, well, we'll start the computer up again, but, so how many people are the screenwriters? Is everyone a screenwriter in here? You're all supposed to be working on stories? Yeah? So, how are you coming on your story?
We're done, but we just did a bunch of edits to it, so it be as good as possible.
So, if I run into you in the grocery store line and you tell me you're working on your movie, so what do you tell me?
I'll tell you that we're starting filming.
And what's it about? We got 30 seconds, so you got to tell me what your movie's about.
Let's just leave it at a couple people saving money from aliens.
Oh yeah?
Just leave it at that.
Okay. Who else has a story? You have a story?
Yeah.
So what's your elevator speech when people ask you what your movie's about?
I suppose I would say that it's about an alien that ship looks like a lava lamp that hits my group, and they're trying to get home.
When I'm trying to get home, okay. You have a story, Zane?
Yeah. It would be about a guy who is looking for another girl the entire time, and then at the end, when he sees a different girl, and she passes him, and then it goes into her world by him.
Okay. How about you? Do you have a story?
I'm having it where it's a 2D animation about a moth that it just kind of gets the story place.
Okay. What other stories do we have?
I haven't really had a lot of time to write.
All right. How about you?
About a magician. I don't know too much.
Okay. Do you have a story?
I'm thinking on doing a story where witches start attacking a neighborhood.
Okay. So this is what's called the premise of your movie. And so when sometimes you'll have a chance to tell people, maybe your uncle's going to give you $100 to help you make your movie or something. You say, what's your movie about? And so one thing you need to work on, and should work on, is, okay, how can you boil down your story into one sentence or two sentences? And a good way to do that, or think about it, is what if? And just sort of pose a question to it. And so what if an alien spaceship turned into a bowl of Jello? Oh, okay, and then just kind of start up a conversation. And so if you were to say your movie has a what if statement, what would it be?
I guess a little bit of how the story is. It's kind of an abstract story, I guess.
So what would be your sentence that you would say? What if?
What if
sure to put your movie in a what if statement.
I guess. What if
Yeah, I think so.
an alien ship looked like a lava?
Okay, yeah. So we really want you want to kind of grab your audience. This is all about grabbing the audience, and your audience may just be one person, might be your uncle or your grandmother, and you're trying to get them to give you $500 to help them make your movie. So always think about in terms of your movie, how can we tell it? How can we get the movie across in one sentence? And a what if statement's a good way to do that. And I don't know how come this isn't reading my machine. All right, so
Fire up my computer and see if we can get.
oh, there you go.
But
These are Macintoshes, right? I'm gonna have to get a PC just so I can blend in with the rest of the world. All right, so while that's firing up, maybe there's some things we can talk about while the PowerPoint is coming up.
How about casting? Has anybody gotten their casting, you thinking about it? You gonna be in your own movie, or you just friends, or do you need a grumpy old man, or I guess you could hire me, I'd work for food. So I like that, I heard a couple different alien ideas, that's pretty cool. Locations might be interesting, maybe fun to scout. Interesting locations for an alien theme project.
Or maybe they're alien theme, are they just sort of regular life places that are invaded by aliens somehow? So this is zip cloud thing, I'm getting invaded by somebody here.